Hey guys, welcome to the final episode of Mega Man X. This time around, we're going to go ahead and do the last two stages of the Sigma Fortress. I think it's considered X100 Fortress, but I accidentally started the second stage right after the first recording, so I didn't want to exit out. But I'm just going to go ahead and try to beat this. The fourth stage is relatively easy. So we'll go ahead and jump into it. If I die, then it wasn't meant to be. But if you want to just go straight up here, there's not much to do. As you can see, we have teleporter here. If you remember from the first game, these things teleport you to boss fights. So here we have, this is gonna be a boss rush basically. You can go through all the Mavericks they rebuilt them, and now you have all their weapons. So they have from the top left to the top right. So we have Morph Moth, Wire Sponge. This is Bubble Crab, Flame Stag. Next to him is Magnet Centipede. Then after that is Crystal Snail. Second tier is Sonic Ostrich. Third stage is Will Gator. So we're just gonna do them in whatever order. So this is Bubble Crab. So for Bubble Crab, if I remember correctly, is the Will Gators. I believe so, right? I'm just going off of memory. I don't have my notes anymore. But as you can see, this time around, he has there's spikes. So the wheel. I'm sorry, I'm not speaking. The wheel destroys his bubble. Like, they're all the same, but the stages are kind of tweaked a little bit. As you saw in this instance, they have spikes on top, so you can't jump all the way to the top. When you come back, there's gonna be, I don't know why this. Okay, we're doing Flame Stag next. So for Flame Stag, it was, what was his weakness? Was it bubbles? I don't remember if it was bubbles. It wouldn't be anything else, right? So I'll just do bubbles. If it's not, then we'll switch it around. So this guy, same thing, except that this time around, he starts blue. It's relatively easy. I was gonna show you something else. I didn't mean to come into Flame Stag stage right off the bat. So yeah. So each time, I believe it's a certain amount of time. A certain amount of time to do it. But if you come up here, there is health. So just come up here, and I believe it's just every time you beat one, it comes up, but it's only for like 4 or 3 of them. So up here we have the Morph Moth. So obviously we're gonna use Speedburner, and like I said, they're all relatively the same. Some might have some stage differences, but other than that, it's still relatively the same. There you go, relatively easy boss fight. They're all still the same. Some stage differences, but yeah. So here we have Wire Sponge. So what's Wire Sponge? What's his weakness? Oh, Sonic Slicer. That's what it was. You didn't get to see it, but here's a little cool, like, I wouldn't say Easter egg, but if you guys remember, this is the first boss we fought. So you can see it's different because other Mavericks explode, but for him, he gets cut in half and he explodes. So that's what's possible in the first, like his actual stage. So if you were to go to the Ostrich, Overdrive Ostrich, I believe, or Sonic Ostrich, if you go to him and you get his Sonic Slicer first, and then go ahead to Wire Sponge's stage, he will also die like that in his original stage. So next we're gonna go ahead and do Will Gator, which is the chain, which I don't know why I'm putting on beforehand, since once you get in there it resets it. So let's just go ahead and do the strike chain. And this guy, the only difference is that the stage isn't a gator. So same thing as before. Come up here, dodge the wheel, come up. He's gonna try to grab you. He misses, and sometimes goes in the water too fast. And sometimes you can bait him out. And now it's a little bit easier since you have the booster. come up here. Yeah, relatively easy. So I'm just gonna cut to when I beat him because this fight is one of the more boring ones, and we have a lot to do in this episode. So I don't want to bore you guys. I don't want to bore you guys with just seeing Will Gator. So I'll see you guys when I'm closer to beating it. There we go. You can just, instead of doing a dash jump off the wall, just do a regular jump, dash towards the wall to get back to avoid the blade. But yeah, I cut most of that fight out. You guys already know the deal. It's pretty simple. That's the way I do it. If there's another way, that I don't know it. So go ahead and just come up here, fill up your health. I don't know why this is so hard for me to do, but I believe, so I might be wrong. I think it might be every single time then. But yeah, so here next up we have Sonic Ostrich, and then Crystal Snail, and then Magnet Centipede. So Crystal Snail, I can't remember their weaknesses. So we have, I think Magnet is Crystal, right? So we do the Magnet, that is Crystal Snail's weakness, because we didn't have it, I believe. And then Magnet Centipede is Silk Shot, and then Sonic Ostrich is whatever we have left. I don't remember, which would be Crystal. Okay. So for this guy, just do Magnet. So for hits, it's pretty easy. You kind of just want to shoot it kind of far away so it hits him, and it gets him rid of his shell. Same thing over and over again. You can come up right to him and then just drop it in front of him like that, and then he's gone. And I believe if you throw it on the edge and he like dashes, I think that's the fastest way to do it. If you hit him, he gets shocked, and you throw one against the wall, so he hits the wall, hits the mine again. I think it's the fastest way. I could be wrong. I believe so. I believe that is the fastest way to do it. Is to do it that way, but I could be remembering a different boss from a different game. Okay, so up here we have, let's just do the centipede, Magnet Centipede. So for him, remember, it is the Silk Shot, and relatively easy. Just wait until he appears and just shoot it where he's at, unless it's on top. There you go. Another one down. They stay roughly the same. After, I like to do Bubble Crab first, because that's the boss I always end up getting hit the most with, and that's just because I don't like popping those crabs, because for me they're more trouble than they're worth. And then so you just come up here and get your energy refill. Most of the time, I don't know, I'm pretty sure it's because of recording. Most of the time I can either do these without getting hit, or always just stay basically full health. So here we go, and that's all. All this stage is just a boss rush. So here's a little bit different because you're in Antarctica. Instead of sand, it's snow. So for him, like everybody else, same thing, only a cosmetic difference. You can kind of see it whenever it comes down move, but yeah. As you can see, a lot of these bosses, obviously with their weakness, are very easy. So this boss rush shouldn't be anything too difficult for you. Like I said, if you struggle on a certain boss, it's better to do that one first. Here you go, Sigma. It has been a while on Mega Man X. What? Sigma? Well, technically, this is the first time I hear that Sigma's still alive. It seems that the X-Hunters have failed, but don't worry. I arranged for some new toys for you to play with. But yeah, so now all the Mavericks gone, officially. All the X-Hunters gone. All left is Sigma. And here's the code if you want to get just to the last boss fight, if you're having trouble with anything along the way. So now we know that Sigma is here. So that we're gonna fight. And this time around, this is where, before I go on, I'm gonna go ahead and go into Overdrive Ostrich's stage. And I'm gonna go get some sub-tanks, and I'll meet you back on the title screen. On this screen. Alright guys, so I ended up only having to fill one with sub-tanks. It was a lot shorter than I thought. So this one, stage, I believe relatively short. It's more of the boss battle kind of thing. I do have one chance for not yet game over. So we do end up fighting two bosses here. A secret boss and then Sigma twice, so maybe three in your case. Weapons you want to save are Strike Chain, Sonic Slicer, and then Speed Burner. Those are the three you want to keep. So don't use them. If you like using them, then hold off for a bit, because those are weapons for the boss. So as you can see here, Sigma's fortress is actually destroyed. So we go back to a stage we've been to before, to a central computer. So that's where he was all along. So technically, stage is still roughly the same as before. You remember here are the spotlights. I believe the spotlights, though, everything's exactly the same, except for like some added parts to it. So same thing, don't get hit by the spotlights. Don't do that, so your game doesn't lag. So yeah, so same as before. I'm actually not sure if I'm not sure if the the capsule is up there in this. I believe it's not. I believe it's not the same exact stage, so I don't think you can get an upgrade later on. I believe. I could be wrong. I almost died there. Technically, it's better not to jump. It's better just to spam here, because technically you can get crushed by the corner and the wall. So here you will want to dash. Here's same exact thing, and I believe it's also the same exact sub boss. I believe. So you might want. So you're gonna want to dash across. I believe. So I believe it's the same exact sub bosses. Actually, no, it's not. So here we have Sigma, and as you can see, they have a 0 here. It's naming. Just look who I found wandering around Mega Man. My friend here has a small problem with you. It seems that you let him die, and he's not too happy about that. Now I think it's time that we repay the favor. He repays the favor. So here we have achievement 0 squared. As you can see, we have the real 0 on our side. Sigma, you should have studied the blueprints closer. There's only one 0. Wait, 0, I know your secret. You were designed to follow me. Maybe so, but I still don't like you. Fine, if you will not follow me, then I'll watch you die. Once again. Mega Man 0. Sorry to keep you waiting, Mega Man X. The greetings will have to wait. You've got to defeat all the Mavericks, including Sigma. I'll take out the main computer and you'll follow Sigma. Let's go. Here it is. Like, Sigma's lies just ahead. So yeah. So in that part, if you don't collect all the parts, even if you have everything except his legs, he will be able to, because he has the blueprint, he's able to recreate actual 0. I'm pretty sure it's the actual 0. So you will fight the red 0, not the black 0, and he's recreated as you heard Sigma said. 0 was created to follow him, but he 0 doesn't like him, so he doesn't. So yeah, so if you collect all the parts you saw there, he creates a 0 who has a black color to it, and he tries to play it off like this is your friend, and we created him because he let him die, whatever. But in the Japanese game, you can actually fight Black 0 in Mega Man X2 in the mobile game they released in just Japan, right? And if you don't collect all the parts, at the end of the credits, Black 0 appears as like a, supposedly it's supposed to mean like it's like a little Easter egg because he appears in the Japan version on the mobile, but he doesn't appear in no other place. I don't even think in the Japan version of this game he appears as a fightable person, because as you see here, if he appears here, he gets destroyed. But I believe he has the same moves as 0. As you saw, he has the cannon and the sword, and you can fight him. I believe I've read that he's a difficult boss. So yeah, so if you don't get 0's parts, you fight 0. His weakness is Speed Burner. But if you collect them, he destroys one of the bosses for you. So all that's left is to jump down and fight Sigma, which you're going to want to go ahead and use the Sonic Slicer for the first part. Sorry about that little cut. Something came up, but yeah. So if Zero goes that way, so you're gonna jump down with the Sonic Slicer and get ready to fight him, or you can use the Shuriken. So you can just one hit kill, but we're gonna go ahead and just do it the regular style. Cause I believe I did it the Mega Man X. I went ahead and just killed them regularly, and it was funny, but I want to show you guys how to play it normally. If you guys don't get it, or you guys get hit relatively easily, or you have to do the input. So here you go. It says you're merely a bothersome bothersome insect, Mega Man X. It is about time that I crush you beneath my heel. So for him, instead of a sword, it's relatively easy. Just avoid it, and then whenever he does that, so Sonic Slicer is the best way to do it. If you're in the air, he'll try to slash you. So when he does that, just when he spawns, dash. So yeah, it's relatively easy to kill him with the Sonic Slicer. As you can see, he kind of just runs into it most of the time, and then he gets the super mode. He gets that, gets this, jump up. Sonic Slicer makes it pretty easy. When he turns yellow, he does the little cannon. I believe for me this version of Sigma is easier than the first Mega Man X. I don't know if people complained about the first one, so they made it easier. So as you all know, Sigma has 2 phases. All bosses usually have 2 phases. So for this one, you're gonna want to use the strike chain, which is kind of ironic. Like we rarely ever use this, and that's his weakness. And if you want to go ahead, I'm gonna hold off. But now he's, as you can see, he's polygons, and it's pretty easy. All you gotta do is just when the screen turns that way, that means you're hitting him. He kind of just spawns enemies. He has multiple colors. What I found best is literally just spam, just watch your health, and then whenever you get kind of low, you can use your sub-tank or just kind of try to kill. He spawns enemies like we've seen before, and he shoots a little beam, and then he has to do a little ball. I believe that's all his attacks. He might have more. Well, he has one more we'll get to see, but towards that, you'll see what we have to do. So kind of just spawn, and he has no health. So the balls, as you can see, the enemies do drop like energy, and so if you're having trouble, you can just kill them. And this is the other one when he does, where he like, there you go. So when he gets into you like that, all you gotta do is just spam the strike chain. That's when he gets turns into red. You can dodge out of the way to avoid it. But yeah, now it's over. You kill him, and that's it. And this Sigma fight in general is, to me, a lot easier than it is in Mega Man X. And like I said, I don't know if it's because people complained or if I'm too hard. I know older games tend to be harder then, but like this is like I think a year after Mega Man X came out. It's not that long after. So yeah, Mega Man X, I have lost to you again. Each defeat only makes me stronger and serves to bring you closer to your ultimate doom. But something is not right. I don't quite understand why I did Zero. He is last of the Doctor's creations. So yeah, so there's like more with each game you play, obviously, that more to the backstory. So this time around we find out that Zero is actually supposed to be a bad guy. He's supposed to be against us. There we go. Central computer is being destroyed, and Mega Man apparently doesn't want to teleport out like he usually does. He wants to run out, and he lives on the side of danger. So with that, once again, we have foiled Sigma's plan to take over the world by taking over some Mavericks. We killed 8 Mavericks, 3 X-Hunters, and Sigma once again, and a fake Zero. So with that, Mega Man X2 is finally complete. As you can see here, we have Zero and X together once again. Joined by his friend Zero, Mega Man X gazes out over the sea. Sigma has come again, been destroyed, wants to come again, destroyed, but X wonders if the fighting will truly end. With Dr. Light's dream of a world in which reploys and humans live together in peace merely a dream. The price of peace is often high, X thinks to himself. Who or what must be sacrificed for it to become reality? And when the time comes, will he be able to do it? The future holds the answers, or yeah, there we go. That's Mega Man X completed, 100%. All the upgrades you can get, all Mavericks defeated, all everything. Yeah. So this is a quick. I grew up with these two games, Mega Man X, Mega Man X2. So these games always hold like a soft spot in my heart. Playing them with my dad, me not being able to complete, especially like if I'm having trouble now, still with some of these bosses. You can imagine what a like a 10-year-old, 8-year-old me. How that would go on. It went terrible. I don't think I ever even made it to Sigma's Fortress in this game. I think I got maybe like 3-4 Mavericks in. I was like, oh, this is hard, and then pass it to my dad and he would play it. So yeah, this game holds a soft spot in my heart. That's why I wanted to go ahead and play. I know they're not really relevant games, but I want to just have them uploaded so I know, like, just in case for some reason I can't play these games anymore for whatever reason, I have some form of way to see myself play this game. Respectively, kind of bad. I don't know why I this time around didn't usually go. I play this game every once in a while just to play it again, and I can beat it within like 3 hours. But I don't know what's up with this one. So here we go. I'm gonna leave you guys with that. Let you guys watch the end of the credits, and if you guys enjoyed, please leave a like. If you have any comments or suggestions, leave them down below. I read through all my comments. If you have any suggestions for another series, you can go ahead and put it down there. I did have some already planned out ahead, but if you guys suggest series that I don't have planned and I see that a lot of you guys like it, then I can go ahead and do that, plan that out sooner than later. And if you did enjoy this and want to catch my next series or any current series I have going on my channel, please subscribe. It helps a lot. It helps me know that people actually like my content. I know it's not the best currently, but hopefully with time comes improvement, I believe. So yeah, so here we go. Here's our power level. We don't know. I believe that's gonna be it for my little spiel, and I'll leave you guys with the rest of the credits.